goodness, I am on time. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. Come in. You got your tea with you? Welcome in, everyone. Welcome in. I've been on 3 times this week. Let me turn this down. I'm sorry. Welcome in. Welcome in. Can you hear me okay? Welcome in. I'm excited. You know why? I am on time. I am on time. Yes, I am on time. Not 9:40, not 9:35. Woo! Welcome in. As you are coming in, thank you for joining me tonight. Thank you. And as you are coming in tonight, get your daily heart needs and all of your points. And then, please, if you would share it out, at the bottom of your screen, there's a little arrow that goes like that. And if you press that little arrow, there's another little circle with a plus sign in it, I think. And it says add to stories. That is a faster way to share this. Would you do that for me, please? I'd appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you for coming in and joining me. If this is your first time, well, on my YouTube channel, already uploaded is Monday night and Tuesday night. Should you have missed those 2 nights, tonight, if you come in late, this will be uploaded in the morning. Yeah. I don't know if you all have listened to the first night. There was an exercise for you, just for you, to do in front of a mirror. And I don't know if you've had a chance to look at it and engage with you. Yeah, this is a conversation that you're going to have with you. Welcome in, welcome in. Do you have your tea? I've got my tea. I too have my tea. Welcome in. We're still at that fork in the road. Welcome in. Sadie, you came back. Thank you for joining me. Oh, I almost said Addie, how are you? Welcome in. Welcome in. Let me see if I can see Addie. Welcome in. Welcome in, everyone. As you're coming in, would you please do me a favor and tap the screen? My goal is always to get at least 20,000. When I asked you for that, it's so that it gets me out into the FYP. I think that's what they say. It gets me out there. So other people can hear what you're hearing and share what you're hearing. Queen, welcome in. Welcome in, sweetheart. Welcome in, everyone. So take some time, tap the screen, do a power tap. I think tap it 20 times. Let's see if each one of you that's in here right now would tap it 20 times. Let's see what happens. And so when I start to talk, it takes less time to tap the screen and you can listen more. So that's the only thing that I really request of each of you is to tap the screen for me. That gets me out into the FYP. And I thank you in advance. I don't solicit gifts, but if what you're hearing and if what you have heard has lifted you encouraged you in any way and you want to gift me, please, I thank you in advance. I thank you in advance. You all that's been with me since Monday, you all know that this is my favorite song, right? It says, I keep stepping, no matter what. Keep stepping. Even when your back is against a wall, keep stepping, keep stepping. As you all are inviting people, I see you're tapping. Come on, let's tap it. Let's see if we can get to 1,000 right quick. And then I'm going to start. A little welcome in. Welcome in, you guys. Welcome in. Welcome in. Yeah. Welcome in. I want to at least get at least a few more persons in. And you all forgive my sniffles and my tearing eyes. Forgive me. Step out on life. Yeah. Come on in. Okay, so last night, welcome in. Welcome in. Welcome in. What we have started out, for those that are new and have not been with me since Monday, we started talking about blame, excuses, and denial. That was Monday night. Tuesday, we talked about the fork in the road. The fork in the road. What is the fork in the road? That's where we start to choose. We make choices. We make choices. Or whether we're going to get results or whether we're going to collect reasons. Get results or collect reasons. Last night, we looked at what collecting reasons look like. What does it look like? So let's do a little bit of recap. Not going to do much, just I gave you an acronym for blame and for denial. And I'm going to recap that tonight so that you can see as we go on the light side of the road and look at what collecting, getting results. So on the dark side, which is blaming, excuses, and denial, let's look at that word blame. Blame is the prison. Blame is the prison of other people's faults. Blame is the prison. The prison. It holds you captive. And what does those letters mean? Now, this is my acronym. The B is for blocking your growth. When you blame, you block yourself from learning. You can't grow from something you will not examine. And I'm going to go through these quickly, but as I said, on my YouTube channel, which is Tea with Lady DJ, please subscribe and turn on your notifications so you know when I have indeed uploaded, okay? So, blocking your growth. When you blame, you block yourself from learning. You can't grow from something you will not examine. The L stands for lack of self-awareness. Lack of self-awareness. Blame keeps you from looking inward. Blame keeps you from looking inward. It's always someone else's fault. You never look inward. You are so busy pointing at them, you never see your own reflection. That exercise that's on Monday night's session is for you to look at you and to show you compassion. but I'm asking you to be honest with yourself. So often, you'll see as I get into denial. Okay? The A in blame is avoiding the truth. The truth is uncomfortable. Blame is the comfortable lie that keeps you from facing what you need to face. Is the comfortable lie that keeps you from facing what you need to face. Paula, thank you. Thank you all. Thank you so much for the heart needs. Thank you. The M in blame, the M in blame is making excuses. If they had not, have you ever said that? If they had not, if only they would have. Or have you heard someone say it? Uh-huh. Every excuse is a brick in the wall that keeps you from the results you desire. And the E in blame is escaping growth. Growth requires discomfort. Blame is the escape hatch that keeps you small, keeps you safe, and keeps you stuck. Wow, keeps you stuck. Now let's look at denial before we go in to the other side of the road. Denial, the lie that keeps you lost. The lie that keeps you lost. The D is for deflecting. Deflecting. Well, what about what they did? Deflect. Not me. Welcome in. Comply. Welcome in. Deflection keeps the spotlight off your part. Deflection keeps the spotlight off of your part. The E in denial is evading reality. Evading reality. Reality is that you had a role. You, ma'am, you, sir, you had a role in whatever it was, the demise of whatever it was. You had a role. Denial says, not me. I was perfect. They were the problem. Remember what I said? Denial is the lie that keeps you lost. N is neglecting your part. N is neglecting your part. Even if they were 80% wrong, what about your 20%? What about your 20%? Denial neglects that percentage that holds your power. That holds your power. I, ignoring patterns. Ignoring patterns. This is the third relationship, hypothetically, that ended the same way. But the denial says it's just bad luck. That's what the denial says. It says it was just bad luck. The A is avoiding accountability. I don't need to change anything. They need to change. That's denial talking. I don't need to change. They need to change. And the L is lying to yourself. That's the reason for the exercise that I did on Monday. is for you to look in the mirror, show yourself compassion, and be honest with you. When you can't be honest with you, you can't fix the problem. Lying to yourself. The biggest lie this side of heaven is, I did everything right. Nobody does everything right. No one does everything right. That's what makes us human. That's what makes us human. There's only one person, that perfect person. Some call him Abba, some call him Father. What's your name? I call him Leroy. That's my name for him. The only perfect person that I know. So, now that's a quick recap of Monday and Tuesday. A quick recap of Monday and Tuesday. And those were collecting reasons. And the reasons are excuses, right? Excuses. You got an excuse for everything. So now we're going to go on the other side of the road. But remember, there's a fork in the road, but there's only one choice. And tomorrow night, I will tell you what that choice is. Tomorrow night. But on the other side of the road, down the other path, is results. Results. That's ownership, responsibility, and accountability. So while you tap your screen, take a little of your tea and get ready. You know what I'm having? Apple spice tea with honey. And I almost said, can you smell it? Oh, it smells so good. Apple spice tea. Let's look at ownership. Ownership. This is mine to carry. This is mine to carry. Ownership means you claim your part of the story. Not the whole story, but your part of the story. Your part of the story. Ownership looks like, I choose to stay when I chose to stay when I saw the red flags. Now, I don't know what made you stay. If the hoo-ha was that good that it caused you to lose your mind, but you recognized those red flags, but you stayed anyway. What was your reason for staying? You don't have to tell me. Put it on that piece of paper that you're holding. What was your reason for staying? I didn't communicate my needs clearly. I did not communicate my needs clearly. I expected that person, that woman or man, to read my mind. I'm just getting to know him. Or I'm just getting to know her. But I expected her to know what my needs were. Through osmosis, through telepathy. However, I didn't communicate my needs clearly. On that, I brought my insecurities into this relationship. Oh, wait. Oh, wait. Hey, Pam, how are you? Welcome in. Welcome in. We're doing results, ownership, accountability, and responsibility. Okay. And no matter what, Pam, It will be uploaded in the morning on my YouTube channel, Tea with Lady DJ. Okay? Okay. I brought my insecurities into this relationship. On that, I haven't I haven't I have not sat down with my past. I haven't sat down with why my past relationships ended just like this one's ended. I have not sat down with it. So I expected them to fix what was broken in me. My God, today, I expected them to fix what was broken in me. So I came broken with unrealistic expectations. Mhm. I made assumptions instead of asking questions. I made assumptions instead of asking questions. Okay. What I was thinking. I don't understand. And I'm older than everyone that I'm talking to right now. I don't understand why it is felt that you need access to each other's phone. What happened to privacy? What happened to trust? So, did you get into that relationship too fast? Have you not dealt with your past? Are you onto someone else, something that someone else did? Are you projecting onto someone, this new person, what an old person did? I don't understand that. So you got into everything too fast, too quick. You put the cart before the horse. You have not established trust because you're always saying, well, that's what Billy Bob did, so all men must do it. Or that's what Shaniqua did, so all women must do it. That's not true. Made assumptions instead of asking questions. Instead of asking questions. Ownership ask, what patterns do I keep bringing to the relationship? You notice I'm not talking about the other person. I'm saying I, taking ownership. What patterns do I keep bringing to relationships? So that question right there requires you to look back over your past relationships and then be terribly honest with you. Not what did they do, what did you do? Terribly honest. And it's not going to feel good. But as long as you keep lying to yourself, you'll keep getting what you're getting. What wounds am I still carrying that affected how I showed up? Wow, wow, wow. Miss Donna, dang, I think I need to put a little something in my tea because this is hurting. You want me to ask me what wounds I'm still carrying that affected how I showed up? Yes, that's exactly what Miss Donna is saying. That's the question that you need to pose to yourself. Mm-hmm. What skills do I lack that I need to develop? What skills do I lack? There again, you got to be honest with you. I don't know how to, not me, but could it be You don't know how to communicate without posturing. You don't know how to communicate without raising your voice. You don't know how to communicate because it's always someone else's problem. Well, you did this and you did that. How about doing questions with, am I to understand? Because I need to say back to you what I thought I heard you say. What I thought I heard you say. So, am I to understand that yada, 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 yada? And that gives that other person the opportunity to say, no, what I said was yada, yada, yada. Okay? That's what that gives you. So maybe I need to learn how to communicate. Maybe I need to learn the tone and tenor and the depth of what it is I'm saying to that person. Maybe I need not to invade that person's personal space, because now when I'm talking and I'm posturing, that makes that person think, you feeling froggy? You know how you used to do when you were little. So that man sees it as you're coming at me and I need to protect myself. You're standing over me. You're in my space. That's not good. What skills do you lack that you need to develop? Social skills, social etiquette. It's okay. We don't all know everything, but we should be in a posture that we want to learn and that we're always learning. We're always evolving. Always. The power of ownership. When you own it, you can change it. Oh, wait. When you own it, whatever it is, you can change it. What you deny, you will repeat. Whoa, hold on to that. Now let's look at responsibility. You ready? Okay, let's tap that screen. We're almost at 10. We're almost at 10. I am so thankful. Thank you all. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So have a little bit of your tea. Digest ownership. Digest that. Okay, responsibility. I have the power to respond differently. Ooh, that's a whole mouthful. I have the power to respond differently. What I didn't say before I go further, I will open up the boxes if you have questions. If not, you can write your questions in the chat, and I always go back through the comments, always. So if you have a question on anything that I've said thus far, just write your question in the chat and I will respond back the next night. Tony, welcome in. I will respond back the next night, or I will put it in your inbox, but I will definitely get back to you, okay? Okay, so now responsibility. I have the power to respond differently. Stylish Mom, welcome in. Welcome in. Responsibility is about recognizing that while you can't control what happened or what they did, oof, 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 while you cannot control what happened or what they did, you can control how you respond and what you do next. And I was tested today, and I refused. I was tested today. I can't control what happened or what they did and or said, but I can control me and how I respond and what I do next. You too have that capability. You do. Responsibility looks like this. It says, I'm responsible for my healing. I am responsible for my healing, not theirs. I am responsible for me, not theirs. I'm responsible for setting boundaries. I'm responsible. If I have no boundaries, I can't tell you, ouch, that hurts. I don't know. What are my boundaries? I'm responsible for them. You don't let somebody else set up your boundaries. You don't let someone else have a key to where you live. That's a boundary. If I don't open the door, you can't come in, right? Right. I'm responsible for choosing better next time. I'm responsible for that. I'm responsible for doing the work to break my patterns. So I need to sit with me. I need to learn me. I need to assess me before I allow access to me. I need to assess me before I allow access to me. Okay. I'm responsible for speaking up when something doesn't feel right. I am responsible for speaking up when something doesn't feel right. This is not somebody else's. Somebody else doesn't have a dog in this. I'm responsible. Responsibility asks, what am I responsible for in this situation? What am I? Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, we're at 11. Thank you all so much. What am I responsible for in this situation? So, hypothetically, I don't know what that is or what happened. Did you hear that? I never know what that is. It always startles me though. But anyway, hypothetically, someone comes to you and they bring you something. They bring in some tea. You've heard it before. What am I responsible for in that situation? Do I lend my ear? Or do I say, that's none of my business? What am I responsible for? Because inevitably, if I listen, then they will go back and say, they'll tell my part, which is their part, because I sat in silence. Thank you, Ollie. Welcome in. I sat in silence. So, what am I responsible to? Myself, my values, my future, my values. Okay? I don't do drama. So, will I sit and listen to that? Or will I respectfully say, I don't want to hear that? That's what it looks like. How can I respond to this pain in a way that helps me grow? That helps me grow. It's always about you becoming a better person than you were yesterday. A better person than you were yesterday. You are always growing. You're always growing to become that better person. The power of responsibility is it puts you in the driver's seat of your life. Responsibility puts you in the driver's seat of your life. You are not a passenger anymore. You are not a passenger anymore. You will not be right. You will not follow along. You are the driver. You are the head of your life until your head husband comes along. So you are in charge of your life. You will not just go along to get along. You will be responsible for your actions in whatever the situation may be. You will be. Are we okay? Are we doing okay? Oh my goodness, look at us. Look at us. Are we doing okay? Are you put a 4 in the chat if you're understanding what it is that I'm saying? Do you understand? Are you understanding? Do you have any questions? Just put them in the chat. And you all, this apple spice tea is keeping me, I'm not as congested. Thank you, Willow. Thank you so much. I hope that you're understanding what I'm saying. And I hope that you can see how this permission to think differently. I say it all the time because that's what was said to me on this platform. I give you permission to think differently. Because if you look at what you've been doing, it has not been working. So what harm could it be to do something differently? Do something differently. We're almost ready for accountability. We're almost there. Accountability. I will answer for my actions and learn from them. I will answer for my actions and learn from them. Now, I have to say, when you start, this is my journey. This is my journey to the one choice. I was at the fork in the road. And I made one choice that makes it so different. I am so different than when I was. And tomorrow I will be different than I am today. I will not be the same. And when we start to practice these things, you'll see the difference. You'll see that you'll be tested. And then it comes back to memory. Oh, Miss Donna said that I'm in the driver's seat for my life. I am in the driver's seat for my life until my husband comes along. And then we share, but he is the head, the father, the husband, the wife, and then the children. You will know the order, but you're not second. You still have a voice. Good evening, Daddy Ford. Good evening. You still have a voice. So, accountability means you are willing to look honestly. Oh, thank you so much. I choose my words very carefully. Accountability means you are willing to look honestly. Stop lying to yourself. To look honestly at what you did. Admit when you fell short. And commit. Honestly, admit, fell short, commit to doing better. It means you answer to yourself first. You honestly talk to you. You honestly look inward. What did I do? Because you did. I don't care that it was only 5% and 95% was on someone else. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Accountability means you are willing to look honestly at what you did, admit when you fell short, and commit to doing better. It means you answer to yourself first. And when you honestly look at what you did, admit that you fell short, and commit to doing better, it's when you go back to that person and you don't say, I'm sorry. No. That's not what you do. No. It's, can we talk? I was wrong, or I'm sorry. I should not have. Whatever that infraction was, own it. Isn't that what we talked about just now? Own it. Take responsibility for it. Not, I'm sorry, but you, whenever you say but, it negates anything that you're about to say. I'm sorry for the words that I said. I know that they had to be hurtful, painful. For me, I tried to be mindful before I ever let it come out of my mouth. It's something that I have practiced for ever and ever and ever. And sometimes we fall down. Sometimes we fall down. But it's not as big as it was the first time. So I say to me, if what I am about to say, if what I'm about to say comes out of my mouth would hurt my feelings, if it would hurt my feelings, then I shouldn't say it. Because if it's going to hurt my feelings, I'm positive it's going to hurt yours. So you don't need to say it. you need to back up and reevaluate what you are about. And if you let it fly and talk about that's just who I am, God, and still working on me, how old are you? And He's still working on you, and you're not doing any better? That is an excuse. That's what we talked about Monday and Tuesday. That is blaming. That is denial. That's not where we are. We're on the other side of the road. Accountability looks like I stayed silent when I should have spoken. I stayed silent when I should have spoken. You hurt my feelings, but I didn't say anything. And days later, you said something, you said something else. And now you blow a gasket. And now you blow a gasket. But what you're blowing a gasket about is what offended you on Monday. And that person is thinking, what the dickens? It's because I stayed silent. Hey, Josh. Josie, how are you? I stayed silent when I should have spoken. Me, I need just a few minutes of time to gather myself before I speak. Because for me, if I get upset and I cry, my stutter gets worse. And my speech therapist always said, gather your thoughts first. And that's the reason why I speak slow, so I can gather my thoughts and say what. Now, I still may cry because it hurt, but I need just give me 5 minutes and let's talk about it. And if it's big, maybe I need a whole day. Maybe I need a whole day. But that's where communication comes in. That's where communication comes in. You say, I stayed silent and I'm silent, but I need some time. That's how communication comes in. I'm not sulking and thinking of what it is that I'm going to say to insult you because you hurt my feelings. You don't even know that you hurt my feelings. I have not expressed it yet. I gave more than I had and then blamed them for my emptiness. So I gave and I gave and I gave, and my cup's empty. But that person just kept taking and taking and taking with no anything. Should I? No reciprocity. They just kept taking and kept taking. And I became infuriated and frustrated and pissed to the highest pistivity. But whose fault was it? It was mine. Take accountability. They didn't make me keep giving. They didn't make me do anything. I just kept giving until I was empty. That's on me. I chose someone I wanted to fix instead of someone who was whole. Oh, wait. I chose someone I wanted to fix. Whatever it was that you saw on the outside, that says I saw that there was a mess going on, but he was finer than frog hair. He was finer than frog hair. But I'm thinking, well, if I love him enough, I can fix him. The only person that can bring about a change is God. And only if you are wanting to change. You can't fix anyone that doesn't want to be fixed. And if you have to fix it, you didn't want it in the first place. If you have to fix it, you didn't want it in the first place. So why? Why take it on? Why expend all of those energies on something that you don't really want anyway? It looks like something that I could, but if I took him to the dentist and get his grill fixed, and I took him to the barber shop and got his hair cut, and we could go to a man's shop and get him fitted. You didn't want him, and you putting in all of this time, and when it gets his sea legs and somebody else looks at him, then you are all out of pocket. Own that, sweetie. Own that, sir. Own it. I repeated what I saw growing up, even though it hurt me. I repeated what I saw growing up. Be honest with yourself. Be honest with yourself. There are some things that we saw coming up as children, and we recognized that it was not good then, and it's not good now. It hurt then, and it hurts now. This is what accountability looks like. I knew better, but I did not do better. I knew better. I knew he was a married man. I knew she was a married woman. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. But I didn't do better. I knew. Ownership, responsibility, accountability. Accountability asks, where did I, just talking about you, no one else. Have you noticed that? All of this is assessing you, looking at your inner you. Where did I compromise my values? Where did I compromise my values? What did I tolerate? Oh, Jesus. What did I tolerate that I should not have? What did I tolerate that I should not have? What did I know in my gut but ignored my heart? What did that fix a bear? That fix a bear? You know, it's like having a house, and the house is tore up from the floor, but it's still got good bone structure. It still had, so if I take this down and put this up, what did I know in my gut but ignored in my heart? And how did that work for you? That's, if I'm honest, if I am honest, all I statements, what would I do differently? If I am honest. If I am honest and I knew he or she was married when they hit on me, when they shot their best shot. If I be honest, did I let my ego overrule my better judgment? And how would I have handled that differently? I'm just talking about what I'm talking about. How many relationships would have been saved if there was honesty? How would you do it differently? The power of accountability. The power of accountability. It builds integrity. Mhm. The power of accountability. It builds integrity. You become someone who can be trusted, especially by you. You want to keep saying, this person is not being transparent. I don't know anything. But you haven't shown that person you can be trusted. You know why? Because you are getting to know this person. And all the person sitting across from the table from you, what does that person hear? You're either talking about gossiping. Let's call it what it is. You're gossiping about someone else. You're spilling all the tea for whatever reason you feel like that's pertinent to share. And the other person is looking at you thinking, I will never tell that person that I can't breathe. I'll just go ahead and meet him in the air. Listen to what she's telling me. And you want me to divulge what? Nothing. I share nothing with you because you haven't proven to yourself that you can be trusted. Because they came to you and said, I want to tell you something. This is between me and you. And you say, oh, yeah, sure. Absolutely. And after you get all of the tea and they're gone, you on the phone, honey, let me tell you what I heard. Become someone you can be trusted, that you can be trusted. I wouldn't trust you to bring me my cup of tea and you didn't stick your finger in it. You have not proved yourself to be trustworthy, not even to yourself. You look in the mirror and you lie. You look in the mirror. Let me just be, Miss Donna. You look in the mirror and you put a dress on that you know is 4 sizes too small. And like these advertisements on here, on the TT, it said, oh, I could really go down a size. You are not telling yourself the truth. You should have went up 2 sizes. But you're standing there. I could have gone down a size. No, you couldn't have. And you have no friends. Not only do you lie to you, the persons that you are calling friends lie to you. Let's just keep it a buck. So, results. When you practice ownership, responsibility, accountability, here are the results you get. And I'm bringing it to a close. Here are the results you get. Personal growth. You evolve instead of revolve around the same issues. Instead of going around and around and around, you evolve. Wisdom. You learn from everyday relationships. Wisdom. better choices. You spot yellow flags. Excuse me for just a second. Let me do this. Thank you. You spot yellow flags way before the red flags earlier, and you honor them. You're like, oh no. Mm-mm. I don't care that you're finer than frog hair. Deuces, I'm out. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. No. Inner peace. Because we're talking about always, I'm protecting my peace. What does that look like? You've done nothing to protect your peace. You are not tormented by what if, because you know you did your part. So I'm not going to overthink it because I know I did my part. Thank you for the 20,000. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Breaking cycles. You don't pass dysfunction to the next generation. And I'm meaning all of my words, you guys. I'm meaning every one of the words that I'm using. You do not pass dysfunction to the next generation. Self-respect. Self-respect. You can look in the mirror and be proud of how you handle things. Thank you all so much. Thank you so much for that 20,000. Thank you. You can look in the mirror and be proud of how you handle things. Mhm. Emotional freedom. Emotional freedom. You're not carrying bitterness into your next chapter. Emotional freedom. What did I say on Monday? That's where peace lives. So, results equal the relationship you actually want. Results, all of these things that we've talked about tonight, equal the relationship you actually want. Now that's the T. Do you have any questions of me? Do you? I finished on time. I try desperately not to keep you guys beyond an hour because, like children are sponges, you can only hold so much. And I know that I have the teacher in me wants you to understand, but I don't want it to leak all over the floor. And I'm going to open the box if you want to. I know one of my moderators is here. If you want to send a request, they will bring you up. And to my best, I will try to answer your question. If not, you can put your question down in the chat. I will go through the comments tonight. I always do. I will go through the comments tonight and I will respond. Yeah, I will respond to your questions. This will be uploaded to my YouTube page. This will be if you will, Sarah, Lady Sarah, if you will expound a little more, how do you continue with the hurt in marriage? If you will expound a little more, or if you will follow me and send me an inbox message, because I feel like there's a lot more that you didn't say in this, and I respect that everybody is reading it. So if you follow me, you can leave me, you can DM me, and I will get back with you. Okay. On my YouTube channel, this will be up tonight in the morning, and or late tonight, and tomorrow, 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 we will find out. You will find out with me what that one choice is. The one choice. Remember, there's a fork in the road, but there's one choice. And tomorrow night, at this same time, we will talk about that choice and what that choice looks like and how to handle it. Because all of this that I'm giving you, I was married for 23 years, so please don't think that this is an overnight thing, because it's not. It is not an overnight thing. I have been single again because I am divorced, but I like to say I am single again now 28 years, soon to be 29 years. It took some time. It took me some time. Congratulations, Jocko. Welcome in. If you all have not ridden with Jocko while he's playing his music, I don't know where he is. He goes the most scenic route, and the music is absolutely soothing and everything in the morning. So if you all have not followed him, please follow him. It's absolutely wonderful. The site is wonderful. The scenery is wonderful. And the music goes along with the scenery. So if at nighttime, my bad motor scooter, if at nighttime you want to hear some bad motor scooter music, DJ Toman, I think I saw Tony in here. See, I have special DJs. Jocko in the morning, early morning, wherever he's going, and Tony when I am writing. I am an author, and when I am writing, I call him my bad motor scooter, DJ Toman. DJ Toman. And I think he's in here. If you're not following him, follow him. I mean to tell you what. And he's too young to have an old soul. He has an old soul. Yes. So, now those, and then there's Joseph. Joseph Saunders. I hadn't seen Joseph come through. Absolutely wonderful. And then Al Jasmine, DJ Al Jasmine. Now he plays some mean. He turned me on to Tyra Lavone. Oh my goodness! You see how much music I need music for this and music for that. And when you all are coming in, I've got music going. It gets me to that place of thinking, and then I become creative when I'm listening. So all of these guys. There's one more. Paula, what's his name? Sugar Love. I just started following him. Absolutely. The topic was the fork in the road. We started on Monday, Jocko, doing blame, excuses, and denial. And it has progressed. And tomorrow, so 2 nights we've done the fork in the road. We got an understanding. Scripture says, in all you do, get an understanding. Okay? So you don't know that you're blaming if you don't know what that looks like. So we got an understanding of what blame and denial was yesterday. Tonight we got an understanding of what ownership, accountability, and responsibility look like tonight. And tomorrow I'm going to give you the finale, the one choice, the one choice. You're gonna find out what that one choice is. Now, you may not be ready to accept that one choice, but we'll find out that tomorrow at 6:30 Pacific, 8:30 Central, and 9:30 Eastern, here with Tea with Lady DJ. That's me. So if you have no more questions, I don't want to keep you any longer. No more questions? Then I want to say thank you ever so much. Thank you so much, Jaco. Thank you. I am going to leave you all and go nurse my snivels, hydrate myself, get some rest so I can be back tomorrow at what time? 6:30 Pacific, 8:30 Central, and 9:30 Eastern for Tea with Lady DJ. Thank you for joining me tonight. Thank everyone. Thank you, everyone. I'm so excited. We had a steady between 45 and persons in here that stayed. I am so excited. Thank you for joining me. Thank you, thank you. And I will see you tomorrow night. Have an amazing evening. Good night.